Thanks for joining us once again on Conference TV here at Tissueworld 2019, coming to you from Milan, Italy. It's a real pleasure to have you join us for these videos, because here's where we get to meet in our studio the best people who've presented at the conference over the course of the last 3 days. On day one, we were delighted to have both speak and be a member of a panel, a lady who's come in from France from Euromonitor, Manon Quillere. And I hope I got that pronunciation right.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Merci beaucoup, madame.
Thank you for having me.
It's a real pleasure to have you. Now, you were here talking about the changing face of retail, representing your company, Euromonitor.
Yes, exactly.
What did you most want to tell the audience?
Well, first I was concentrating on volume growth opportunities and the unmet market potential in Western Europe, which is quite limited at the moment due to the saturation of the market and the high household penetration, as well as the weak GDP and population growth. So we had a look at the unmet market potential, which is really limited if we compare it with other regions, like Asia Pacific, for instance, or even the Middle East and Africa.
Yeah, and Latin America as well has got good potential.
Yeah, exactly.
But looking for growth opportunities in Europe, where do you find them?
So you cannot really find them in terms of volume, so you have to create value to find opportunities, so that's the key. And to do so, we had a look at the mega trends, and we had a look at different mega trends, such as ethical living, but also shopping reinvented, and internet retailing is basically changing everything in the region at the moment. And we also had a look at the rise of discounters in the region, which is significantly changing the market.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because a lot of the speakers at the conference were talking about some key trends. I mean, technology was one of them. Eco-living was another very big trend, and the experience of retail and changing retail into a more shopping experience, rather almost theatre rather than just shopping for commodities.
Yeah.
You know, and when you've been looking at those opportunities for adding value, as Euromonitor, you'd actually be suggesting that that's what people should be doing, looking outside of their box. Exactly. Literally and figuratively, to say, do things differently.
Yeah, because the way consumer shops today is significantly different than ever before, and especially like the millennials, so the people who are now between 25 and 34 years old, well, they have different lifestyles and purchasing behaviors than their elders. So they are like digital natives, and they lead increasingly fast-paced lifestyle, and they also value brands with an ethical stance. So it's also important to respond to those needs, because this generation is going to be more and more important in terms of the total percentage within the population.
And that's not to say retail or bricks and mortar is going to go away. No. I can see the growth of internet and immediacy of the internet clicks shopping. But retail is still going to be there, but it's going to be different. That's what you found.
Yeah, it's going to be different, and it's because now, like consumers, they shop a bit everywhere and at any time. So it's important to engage with them as well, like on multiple platforms, and to retail its products like in different on different platforms, and to have a multi-channel distribution strategy. So it's key to be successful on the market at the moment.
It was interesting for me when Magnus Groth, who was the speaker, the opening speaker on day one, from Essity, a big player, was talking about more and more of that company's marketing and advertising is now moving into social media, as we've called it.
Yeah, they're moving from offline to online.
Yeah. And are you seeing that trend happening with other major manufacturers and brand leaders in the marketplace? Or are they slow to respond?
It depends. Like, I think it's taking off slowly and slowly, but it's not going to be done like in a year or so. So it's a movement with gaining momentum. So we're seeing in Western Europe that internet retailing is gaining traction in the region, and it's because like prices can be more competitive online, and then it's also very, very convenient to buy products like toilet paper or paper towels that can be very bulky. So it's quite convenient to purchase online and then to receive them at home, have that shipped. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Wow, fascinating.
Yeah.
So have you enjoyed your Tissueworld here in Milan?
Yeah, definitely. It's been super interesting, and all the talks were really insightful.
I mean, you're here to teach a lot, but you're also learning a lot as well, I guess.
Yeah, it's an exchange.
Wow, well, we're delighted that you've taken time out of your schedule to come and join us here.
Thank you for having me. Yeah,
and a pleasure to see you on stage as well. Manon, thank you so much.
Thank you.
A real pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.